As the new year comes in, New Year's resolutions become top priority for many people. From working out more, eating less, spending less money, or even shooting more film. Well, Kodak has their own New Year's resolution this year that sadly pretty much mimics their last year's resolution of raising film prices from 17 to 40%. What is their New Year's resolution, breaking hearts? In a recent announcement from Cosmo Photo, this 17 to 40% price increase will be through a variety of different means, so it's not quite as simple as just raising the price consumers pay. That being said, one of the largest factors that we will notice is when buying a 5-pack, you'd get a bulk discount by buying multiple at a time. Well, that is no longer going to be a thing. So that basically means you're going to be paying the same price for a single individual roll versus the rolls in a 5-pack. It's just going to be the single roll times 5. Another mentioned raise is the price discrepancy between some of the more budget films, for example Kodak and Color Plus, will be brought much closer. While I'm not entirely sure what this means, but from what I can tell, it means that the overall floor in terms of the price will be raised. Additionally, for some films, they're just straight out increasing the price. Now, I don't think that there's any specific info on which stock is receiving how much of an increase, but it is safe to assume that some may only see a couple percent increase, while others see substantially more. This 17 to 40% increase is an average across the board. This price increase comes after their 2022 price increase around the same time last year, but this time it comes with a little bit more justification, let's say. Their justification for this is that they simply cannot keep up with the rising film demand today, which I'm sure many of you have seen if you try to go on B&H or any of your favorite film stores and try to buy some of Kodak's film stocks. You'll notice price hiking that is way beyond what they're actually asking, or just completely out of stock in general. Now, with that being said, I think there's two trains of thoughts, the first being more optimistic and the second being more pessimistic / realistic. First is Kodak will be using this increased pricing to bring on more workers, investing in more machining, product development, and ultimately bolstering their film photography infrastructure to continue this film renaissance that we're currently in. After all, as interest increases and more people use film, the company should also be scaling to meet this supply and demand. However, I think the more pessimistic, realistic point of view is what I'm more so taking on, but I am keeping hope for this optimistic view. I think that this price increase makes the barrier to entry to an already confusing, expensive medium even larger. Not only to pay more for every shot, but every mistake made, especially when beginning and learning, is amplified. Now, I know when I first started shooting, especially from switching from digital, I constantly thought, oh, this frame is worth X amount of dollars, or whatever the case may be. Even now when I go out and shoot, I'm extremely picky over what I'm choosing to frame up, as I know how costly each frame is. Now, I don't think it's all doom and gloom, but I do think falling somewhere between the two is probably the most realistic and optimistic point of view you can have. I am hopeful that this means Kodak truly is looking at how they can scale their efforts towards film photography. However, I am concerned that the price hike will cause a decline in interest, which is quite adverse to what they're trying to do, it seems. That being said, Kodak obviously knows what they're doing with their legacy and staying power in the world, and they have much more research and planning behind their business moves than some random asshole photographer hypothesizing on the internet. Guilty. Ultimately, I want to hear what you guys think about it. I do think that we are going to see quite a bit of people stop shooting film because of the price increase, which might end up hurting the overall film culture and ability for film to continue to grow in 2023. But maybe not. Maybe people are addicted enough to shooting film that they won't care about the prices. So I guess that brings up the question, is there a threshold that you would stop shooting film if it got to be a certain price? I know I'm already looking at starting to shoot more on my digital Sony instead of shooting everything on film, just so I can kind of expedite and circumvent some of this expensive price hiking that's going on in the modern era of film. Otherwise, if there's new info coming out in the next couple weeks, make sure you guys stay tuned, as I'll be making more videos about current news and topics and keeping you guys in the know with what's going on with film this year. So until next time, thank you guys for watching. Peace out, stay safe, happy shooting, adios.